Hello everyone, and from now on I'm also gonna add mi gente. Thank you, welcome to my channel, The Irregular Bonsaist. Today we're gonna talk about air layerings. Air layerings are a great method to acquire a nursery stock or a plant in your back garden and root it while it's still in the plant. People often come to my house and ask me, how did I get this branch to root? I didn't really get it rooting on a soil perhaps. I got it on air layering somewhere else and I brought it home after rooting. That's what we're gonna be talking about. I have with me this myrtle, I think it's called in English. It has this beautiful fruit. Maybe you guys can tell me which kind of myrtle it is. I don't really know. I know it's a myrtle. And we're gonna be doing an air layering here. I kind of want you to see how the tree is, the plant is right now, because I'm gonna show you a drawing that I'm really bad at drawing, but I'm gonna try and explain in a little bit how do we do the air layering and what are the stages and when is the best time to do it. Okay, let's try this. These are two trunks that you can get anywhere. This might be a branch, this might be a branch. For now, these are gonna be our two trunks I'm gonna be explaining the technique on. This is a straight trunk, which is easier for me to explain. What is the air layer about? The air layer consists on cutting the first layer of the trunk, the cambium part, exposing the cambium, and taking the bark, kind of like ripping the bark. You can do strips here, I'm gonna show you, but this should peel very easily around the trunk. And kind of the law is that you will do a cut as thick as the trunk you are cutting. So in this case, you will have a square kind of form, and we will wrap that in some kind of material that will allow the plant to root while it's on the plant. And yeah, we'll do that on the myrtle. This is our myrtle. I'm still debating what to do with it. I don't know if I'm gonna do an air layer over here. Yes, which will allow me to have this bottom part of the tree as a bonsai, and start growing it from the trunk and the bottom layer, just like this, or kind of lower, or keeping this trunk as our main trunk and doing an air layer over here. So this I'm still debating, but the plan is to either have this as my future bonsai and this part, I hope I can explain myself, this part as another plant to grow a bonsai from. Yes, or taking this and using this top part as one bonsai, one tree, perhaps cutting this one, leaving a longer one as a father-son kind of. It's not a father-son, it's a double trunk, but yes, you get the idea. Let's see what we do with the tree itself. I hope I explained myself correctly. Oh my god, I can't believe that mic was off. Okay, I'm clearing up the tree from what I think is gonna be on the way of the air layering and kind of determining what I'm gonna do and where I'm gonna do them. That electrical tape is for you guys to see where I'm doing the air layer on. Now I'm gonna be very sad taking that fruit. Look at my face. It's coming. I thought about that fruit and then I took it off because it had to go. Okay, now I'm explaining that I'm doing 2 air layers, one to get the left trunk and one to get that right top off, being left with exactly that one. So 3 plants coming out of this air layer. I'm doing that groove with my Japanese cutter, with my Japanese knife. Try to have a sterile knife so you don't get infections into the healing, into the wound. I'm peeling off the bark, as I told you, as wide as the trunk. And now I'm gonna show what method I'm doing. I'm putting a little bit of root hormone. You don't really have to in some species. I always like putting root hormone because I have it very available. In this bag I put some peat moss, a little bit of soil, and some coconut fiber. I moist it and put it in a Ziploc bag. Little bit of electrical tape. Do a slit, kind of a rectangle instead of just a slit, in order to cover the entire bark and not to have roots only coming out from the side that is touching the bark. I'm wrapping it up and securing it to the tree. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same for the second one, covering what I was marking for you guys. I'm peeling off the width, the same width of the bark, a little bigger, a little bit of root hormone. Taking my bag of moist soil, coconut fiber. This one is a little more, this one is wet. So I'm drenching it a little bit, and I'm also gonna poke a little hole at the end of it, securing it, and that's it. Okay, and finally I'm gonna wrap them with some tin foil to prevent the roots from getting exposed, the roots that are gonna appear from being exposed to the sun, as they're photophobic, and you want to keep that as shaded as possible. I am moving the plant into a semi-sunny place, a little shady now, and then we're gonna move it up to a semi-sunny area. All right, now from my regular filming spot, where probably the plant is gonna be resting for the next 3 months. It gets like a couple of hours between 1 and 2 and 3. It gets some sun, and then it's only in a sunny spot. It's very lit, but plants. Sorry, plants everywhere. All right, guys, this concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thank you so much for your subscriptions and your likes, and it really, really is exciting to me to get up in the morning and see that new people are watching my videos, and the people that were subscribed are still with me and watching the old videos. So I'll see you next time, mi gente. Thank you very much.